It's your boy, Slim the Fox, with a review of the Netflix series Inside Man. Miniseries more than anything, because it's only 4 episodes. But Inside Man is basically about a guy on death row, played by Stanley Tucci, called Jefferson. Um, he's basically a intellectual genius in a sense. Like, he's a really smart guy who can pretty much solve murders, or if somebody is kidnapped or a person got a personal problem, they come to him. And I'm talking not about regular people. I'm talking about people of influence, like politicians come to him to have problems solved, like personal problems, murderers or whatever. They come to him, and Jefferson, he has a fellow death row inmate come out with him, a brother who named Dylan, who basically got a real good memory. Who's he's murdered 13 people, not 14, because the 14th was on the hospital. I don't want the brother to come looking for me. You know what I'm saying? If I get a misquote on how many people he murdered. But anyway, the brother has a really good memory, and he helps Jefferson with the cases he have to an extent. Well, pretty much he helps him pretty much overall. But anyway, on this particular 4 episodes, a journalist come to him, Beth, who she basically want to do a story on his life and wants to find out the reason he killed his wife, which Jefferson, he don't like talking about that. He get a little annoyed when people ask him about why he would murder his wife and all that. I wish the series continues so we can get into why he feels that way. Like, he doesn't really want to talk about that. But anyway, it starts out with the journalist Beth interviewing because of that. But Beth's friend Janice, who becomes her friend at the beginning of the show, how they become friends is Beth was on a MARTA or subway train, depending on where you're at in the world or location. And Beth was getting harassed by a malnourished goon because homie was mad skinny. You know what I'm saying? He put his piece all in Beth's face. I mean, he had his pants on, but he put a piece all in the face. And basically, Janice pretty much looked out for, got the goon arrested, and they became friends over time off of that. But anyway, Janice comes up missing in the present time. And we, the audience, see that she's locked in a pastor's basement because she accidentally opens a flash drive with child pornography in it. It's not the pastor's flash drive. It's a member of his church who gave it to the pastor to hide from his mom. That the pastor didn't know that it was child pornography on the flash drive. And Janice accidentally opens it, and she thinks it's the pastor's son. And then the pastor calls to it and said, "No, it's mine." He basically sticking up for the person at his church who was really his for, which gets into my one major gripe with the whole series. Like, it was irking me to death. And really the second part, which is the pastor's part of the series, it's like two different stories, like, that all adds up into one. Like, people end up interacting and, crossing paths and everything in this. But anyway, the one major gripe I have with it is that part. Like, look, I don't care if you're a pastor. I don't care if you never did no wrong in all your life. Ain't nobody finna stick up for somebody else if they got child pornography on a flash drive and cop out and say, "Nah, it was. I'm just gonna do it and say it's me to cover up for this person who it really was doing it." Like, ain't nobody finna take that hit for them. I don't care what your profession is and what kind of person of the cloth you is. I don't see that happening. I'm sorry. And that kind of sunk that part of the story. The pastor and Janice locked in the basement, and later on the pastor's wife, she's trying to keep Janice down there too. I don't know why she joined in the fray. But anyway, that part kind of was getting to me. That I'm not going to even lie. I kind of wanted to cut it off a couple times off the unbelievableness of it. Like, it was like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That it went that far. But I can understand how a misunderstanding can really go that far. But anyway, we watch how, especially that the whole family, the pastor's family, that kind of crumbles all the way down. Like, it has a dangerous effect on the family, a really deadly effect on the family. I'm not going to give away how deadly, but to watch that crumble like it is was disheartening and sad in a sense, very sad. And it all falls in your face as you see it, and it also ties into basically Beth asks for Jefferson help in finding her friend, and it all falls down. But it all at the end, it all interlocks at the end, and you will see how it interlocks at the end when you watch it. And Jefferson Gibbs, because the pastor ends up in prison, the same prison where Jefferson is at the end, and he pretty much gives him a real talk. I mean, a real conversation, a real couple of words at the end there. But it was really good how the series pulled that off at the end, how that all interlocked at the end, how the ending became, and it definitely put it to a next level. The third and the fourth episode, how it all came together, pretty much put the series on a great level. I wouldn't say it was an outstanding level, but it definitely made it all locked in towards the end and made it a pretty good series. So I'm gonna get Inside Man based off episode 3 and 4 and how it ended, but it just ended up wrapping up real nicely. 3 Death Row Inmates out of 5. If you got Netflix, check it out. I mean, like I said, give it time. It's gonna be some aggravating moments, but give it time to all play out, and it'll definitely be worth it. And definitely check it out. It's your boy, Slim the Fox, signing out. Peace.